time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to plank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live on a Tuesday, May 6th. Hope everybody's doing well today. S&P is down 28, NASDAQ is down 112, Russell down 16, Dow is down 310. Gold is up 3%, silver's up almost 3%. Let's see, is gold back up to all-time highs? I don't think it's quite up there yet. Let me double check here. No, not quite up there. All-time high was 35.10. It's currently at 34.23, but big move the last couple days, back up. Notes and bonds both up about 0.25%. 10-year yield down 0.71. Oil's up 3%. Natural gas down 2%. Soybeans finished red. Wheat and corn green. Euro and the pound are both up around 0.5%. Bitcoin is up almost 1%. VIX a little bit elevated from yesterday's close, currently at 24.48. BIX for today, my first tranche got double stopped, and I had one other one double stopped. All the others one-sided. TAT showing minus 1,600. I'm actually, after selling longs, I'm actually down about 1,200. So going to finish red, but not terrible on my BIX, thanks to Naughty Dog's prayer. Did 2 Elmos, 1 winner, 1 loser. I did a 1 DTE that I closed out for a small profit. Just wasn't seeing too much decay. Day trading is going pretty good until the get my other screen here. It was going pretty good until the midday middle finger caught me off guard in meta. So I had a upside runner in hood, made 960. Meta was the one that smoked me, minus 2,500. Nvidia minus 1,000. PLTR plus 895. Tesla a little scratch, so minus 1675 on my day trades. The PLTR earnings fly from yesterday is pretty much dead unless it has a monster rally. I do still have my 1 DTE from yesterday, which looks like it'll hit minimum profit. Yeah, that'll hit minimum profit most likely, unless we have a monster rally into the close. Let's see. I think that is it for me. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, it's pretty light trading in fact, no trading after the big push up.
The midday middle finger?
What's that?
The midday middle finger?
Yeah. I wiped out. I was up between both my accounts about 3K, and it pretty much wiped it. I put on a TLC, and when I put it on, I accidentally skewed it and didn't make it even, so it didn't have much. It had room to the upside, didn't have much room to the downside. So I can't remember how long I left it on, maybe like 20 minutes or so. Then I ended up just closing it because I didn't like it, and I re-entered with a centered one and hit 20% on that, and then got stopped on the middle finger. Did a 1 DTE, and it was, let's see, when when price was coming down, like before the middle finger, it was back into profits and getting close to 25%. In fact, if I wouldn't, well, I ended up closing it on the big middle finger because, you know, when you see a 30-point bar in 5 minutes and it's going against me, I just assume that's going to continue to go against you. But if I'd have left it on, it would have hit both profit targets because I checked it. When it came down to the lows there, would have been probably about a $1,300 winner. So I had some really good theta decay. And
how wide do you go on your 1 DTE?
so mine was
Not your strikes, but like what premiums do you target?
about $4 on the call side.
Oh, okay.
So it was 483 on my call side. So
Gotcha. Yeah, that's really wide. So yeah, those are so far out of the money. Yeah, they definitely must have seen a lot different decay because my high VIX version is my high VIX version targets. Oh, I guess it's delta base, so 25, 22 delta. So let me see what my strikes were from a premium perspective, just to compare real quick. That my high VIX version targets higher premiums than my low VIX version.
there's mine. This was mine. Got filled at 910. And yeah, I mean, I just didn't expect the complete reversal, you know.
Yeah, so my puts that I sold were $13.95, and my calls were $10.25.
Yeah. So I mean, my calls were 60 cents and my puts were $1.20. But you know, it just is what it is. So I had those 3 trades, 1 DTE, I had 2 TLCs, so they all were out. And then I had done 3 Elmos prior to that middle finger, and they all were winners. And probably let me see here. Probably 10 minutes before the middle finger, yeah, because it was on a green bar that prevented it from continuing lower. So I entered another Elmo, and then 10 minutes later, that bar stopped out that. So 3 winners. It just so happened to be that was my one stop was in my TLC account that I do 4 contracts, and so it was like a 1240 loss or something like that. So about break even with Elmos, even with the 3 winners, because let's see, I do. Yeah, two of my winners were just in my individual accounts, just 2 contracts. I had 1 winner in my rollover, which was 4, and then I had a 4 contract stop. So yeah, it's about break even in Elmos. So, and then I just, you know, when it came to entering, well, I take that back. I went and ran an errand, and then I did some stuff outside my yard. I laid some sod down recently, so I was watering that, and then I finally came back inside. So I was probably gone for like an hour or so. Came back inside to check things out, and you know, you look at a chart, it looks like there's consolidation, but then you look at how much the moves are with the premium, and I was just, yeah, it was just too jumpy for me based on the premium I was getting.
Yeah, we definitely got the pre-FOMC chop. It was just pretty wide swings of chop. Like if you look at the S&P and the NASDAQ, I mean, we barely dipped below pre-market lows. We barely dipped above pre-market highs. And we've just kind of stayed in a range, but just with too choppy, like too big of swings. for premium
Yeah.
selling.
Yeah, even if you look at like over the last since about 145 Central, there was a down bar that ended up coming back up and finishing green. I mean, that's a, let's see, 56.17. That's a 10-point move in 5 minutes, and then you had a complete reversal down about 11 points. I mean, at that time I looked, you can get 20 wide is all you were getting. So, 10, 11 point move on a 20 wide iron Condor with that's going to be a stop.
Yeah, and you can only get about 10 wide right now. Decent little chop here recently.
I mean, there's part of me was thinking, in a situation like this, maybe in the future I might do something like, if I get 10%, that I'm closing it, or lower my profit target maybe, because I'm sure there were pockets here today that you could get some profits. Whether or not you'd hit your profit target before being stopped, who knows? That's another story. But
let's see. RG, please comment. Traders announcement. More control, more opportunities. SPX, XSP, and VIX options. The wait is over. You can now begin entering orders on these specific index options starting at 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay. That's cool. These orders will be live at that time during the regular trading session until 5 p.m. Eastern. Options that expire that day will trade until 4 p.m. East. Will only trade until 4 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so 0 DTE options or options that expire that day still only obviously trade until 4 p.m. Eastern. GTC orders that are entered prior to 8 a.m. Eastern will go live at 8:10 each morning. Cool. I like it.
so you can start. Am I reading that right? You can start trading SPX at 7 a.m. Central?
Correct. On Tradier.
Oh, just on Tradier.
It's a Tradier announcement. So like Interactive Brokers, you can trade pre-market, post-market. It's a broker thing.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, not.
But I didn't know
available with
price.
Schwab.
I didn't know SPX price moved.
I think I would probably. Well, I don't know. There might be cases where I would enter. I was thinking maybe the only thing I would probably use it for is to potentially get out of a trade early if I liked what I saw before the market opened. But I guess, I mean, it's definitely going to be a little less liquid, it's a little spreadier. But yeah, I like it. I mean, the more availability, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
I guess my confusion is I didn't know SPX moved outside of the normal time. I thought it was just futures.
Yeah, no, it's got a pre-market and a post-market, but yeah, and from what I understood, the only broker
S&P futures move all night.
From what I understood, IB was the only broker that I was aware of that allowed trading of it. But yeah, it moves as far as the exchange goes.
Gotcha.
US 500, is that on any broker? Let me see. Okay, yeah, it's not available on TOS. Yeah, on TOS, I don't know if there's a symbol where you can view the SPX price action outside of regular trading hours.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, I've never seen that, so that's why I wasn't aware.
Yeah, so you'd have to use TradingView, or let's see what Watson just posted. Oh, okay, just investing.com, yeah. All right. Well, that's good to know. Thanks for posting, RG.
So I wonder what this big announcement's going to be coming up.
Yeah, Elliot, you can trade iron condors with Tradier now. I did it today. I did a test Elmo with the option Omega. Well, option Omega is tied to Tradier, is kind of my main one. The one I did today, I'm actually beta testing for them because they're in the process of, at some point here in the near future, rolling it out with Schwab. So I actually was testing it with option Omega tied to Schwab today, helping my man Rusty out.
So tomorrow's FOMC.
Tomorrow is FOMC.
Do you do your bots, or I'm sorry, do you do your FOMC trades through bots?
I do. Yeah, I have them set up as just user triggered bots, and I hit launch, kind of like you would do with Elmo.
Yeah, so I was thinking I should probably set up a bot for the, what is it, the cream?
Yep.
Since I always put it in wrong.
Yeah, since you flip flop the puts and calls and longs and shorts, and somehow still make a profit.
Yeah. But it's a pain in my brain to put it in.
Yeah, it's not fun to set up manually.
Yeah. Do you have the link for it?
Yeah, let me see here.
Okay, Moel said he's going to share it. Yeah, that's definitely a trade where I'm all for using a bot.
I think it's actually on my trade sheet, maybe not.
Yeah, I usually trade that and then the Iron Condor. And that's easy to set up manually, but
there's the cream.
All right.
Yeah, that's going to make your life a lot easier on that trade for sure.
Yes.
Elliot, I just kind of designated my Tradier account just for calendars, but from a commission perspective, yeah, I think that makes sense. And I haven't been trading calendars, so I may think about that. I would say the only thing that I like Trade Steward a little better is like with the Elmo, for example. I like to if I get stopped out, I like getting stopped out on the shorts only. So in case there's a big move, then I can either sell my longs immediately right after, or I can, hold them to benefit and get some value from a big move. With option Omega, you can do that as well. It's just a little bit more of a process. You have to use the leg groups. And then you have to calculate your profit target based on the shorts only. And so there's just a little bit more manual stuff to work around. I thought Trade Steward did allow for SPX now with Tradier. Am I imagining that? I can't. No. Now that I say it out loud, I'm not sure. It was like limited exposure to SPX or something. Not yet. Okay. All right. Scratch that. Never mind. Disregard. Yeah. So tomorrow is FOMC.
What was the time on that screen again on the back test?
Immediately, as soon as you can open it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yep.
Tradier fills with SPX are just as good as any other broker I've seen. Going through SIBO. On equities, it's a little bit different. They're making some money on payment for order flow there for sure. But SPX, I haven't seen any issue in difference in fills. But are you actually doing a side-by-side comparison? Like I've done a lot of side-by-side comparisons with four-legged spreads in TOS and Tradier, and I've seen zero difference. Bitcoin has been on a little run today after gapping down and dipping down a little bit. It's been pretty much all up. NVIDIA is in the green. Celsius is the biggest green stock on my board. It's at 5%. Oh, yeah, it had earnings.
I think, let's see, who has earnings today? Is it AMD?
AMD and SMCI.
That's right.
Yeah, so after the bell today, SMCI, AMD, and then before the bell tomorrow morning, Uber and Disney. Yeah, Celsius gapped down, but big rally. I'm 0 for on my last 3 earnings plays. Microsoft, Meta, and now PLTR. It's the most recent one I did. So I'm definitely not going to touch super micro. That thing's just, I think that's, I don't know. After that whole accounting thing, I just kind of not really interested in messing with that too much. Unless I'm doing an intraday buy puts or calls. So AMD, let's see, it's trading at about 100. It's got an expected move of about 7. So an upside call fly would look something like this, with the peak at 107, which is the expected move. No risk to the upside. Try to get filled on that, and I'll post it in the Zero DTE Trades channel. Yeah, Matrix, that's correct. That is a FOMC day only trade. Have not found it to work on any other day consistently. Filled at 66 cents. Get that posted. All right, posted at AMD trade. Schiss, I haven't traded in Tasty in a long time, but I was testing Tradier against Tasty as well, and same situation. You know, SPX goes through SIBO, so it only routes to one. So that's why that was my thought, is why I was having similar fills no matter which broker on SPX, but on equities, it goes through that routing system, and everybody does the payment for order flow a little bit different on those. And so I was seeing some differences where Tradier would not fill as quickly or at as good of prices on Tasty or TOS for equities, but SPX, I never found any difference. Yeah, we got about 6 minutes till MOC. Looks like Carney is speaking right now, or getting quotes on Financial Juice. Yeah, Matrix. It's on my trade plan sheet. PLTR was just a hair under all-time highs, and now it is down 12%. It's off of its lows. It's currently down 12%. It was down close to 15, I think, or so.
Carney says it made the case for removing fentanyl-related tariffs.
S&P and NASDAQ creeping back up towards yesterday's lows. Bitcoin trading at highs of day.
Carney says, I asked Trump to stop talking about the 51st state.
Carney asked Trump to stop talking about the 51st state, he says. We'll see if that works. Let's see if that one works out for you, Carney. Trader Dan, that's just an earnings trade. So I'm just using the Friday options, doing a broken wing butterfly. I have on an earnings trade like this, I just take a directional bias, in this case up. And if I have a bullish bias, then I'll do an upside broken wing call fly. And I'll put the peak of the butterfly right at the expected move. So with AMD, it's trading at $100. It's got a 7-point expected move, so I put the peak at 107, and I give myself no risk to the side that I favor, so no risk to the upside in this case. If I had a bearish bias, I would do the exact same thing except with the puts, with no risk to the downside. So it's just a small earnings trade. I just do it on some of the big, most actively traded stocks if I feel like it. Nothing, just very small.
Carney says this is the point at which a serious discussion begins.
MOC at 90 seconds. I'm going to turn on the audio.
1
so
minute
y'all
until
can
we
hear
get
it.
the market on close imbalance data.
$56.30 butterfly. Currently trading for around $1.15. It looks like $1.10.
Carney says the lesson would be of this experience is to ensure that the incentives are aligned and durably so. And that concludes Carney's press conference in Washington. Ten seconds to the mock imbalance data. Market on close. Imbalance S&P 500 to the buy side, 1.2 billion. Nasdaq 100 buy side,
1.2 billion buy
365
side.
million. Dow 30 buy side,
Initial
317
reaction,
million.
markets coming
And
down.
Mag 7 buy side, 106.
Markets are coming down. I haven't noticed that, Elliot. Of course, I'm usually not in anything using TradeSteward at this point, but I have not noticed that. About a 10-point drop here after MOC. 5620 butterfly. Looks like it's trading for maybe around $1.35, $1.45. I'm going to go ahead and put in an order on the 20. Well, now we're at 15. All right, I'm working a 20 fly. I'm going to work a 15 as well. Working a 15 and a 20. Price bouncing back up towards 20. And it's currently trading still pretty cheap. Just kind of right in between strikes here. A little 15-point move after MOC.
Order cancelled.
$56.17, still in between. A little over 5 minutes to go. Down to 13, 12. All right, I'm going to cancel my 20. filled on the 15. All right, so let's see if we can get a move away from 15. Took a darn near pin yesterday, so I'd like to see a move here. Looks like I'm going to finish my Bix. Only down about between 500 and 600 on my Bix. I shouldn't say that yet. We've got a few minutes, but. All right. SPX at 56.13. I need a move away from 15. Back up to 16. We've got 3 minutes till the bell.
Order filled. Order filled.
Still hanging at 15. SPX still at 16. A little over a minute to go. Back down to 12. Back into the 11s, 10s, locked with 45 seconds to go. Mahomes for the win to end the day. S&P still going down. $56.08, 07, 06, and the 05s. Five seconds.
Order cancelled. Order cancelled.
Ding, ding, ding. Looks like 5606.82. Settle a few cents away from that, but looks like the final. All right, all that is a wrap. Let's see, tomorrow is the 7th. Just checking the live stream schedule. I think it's me. Yeah, so I'll be live streaming tomorrow morning. Doing some day trading pre-FOMC along with putting on my cream trade. So if you're around, come and join me at the market open. Otherwise, talk to everybody soon. Have a good night. Cheers.